Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man. Friday evening, time to do another batch of soap. I'm doing a coffee soap this time. Why coffee? Well, why not? Why not do something different? I've done 2 coffee soaps before, which is where you use coffee instead of water for your lye base. Both of those I did were hot process. One of them's on my page here if you want to watch it. Scroll on down and find it. It's a hot process. Does not look very appetizing at all in the crock pot, but once I mix the colored embeds with it, and then cut it and let it cool and dry it, it looked pretty nice. Both of them did. I'm doing a cold process coffee soap this time. So, I brewed some coffee just the way I drink it, exactly the same way I'd make it if I was going to drink it. Doesn't look very appetizing. Looks pretty bad actually. But when I mix it with the lye, it's going to with the oils, it's going to turn it a nice creamy brown. I'm going to want some of it a very, very light tan, so I'm going to overcome this with titanium dioxide. Some of it I'm going to want sort of a tan, a medium tan. I'm going to use cocoa powder, and then I'm going to have a little bit of black in it. I'm actually going to put coffee grounds. These are the actual coffee grounds that I used to brew this coffee. It's been recommended that you use used coffee grounds instead of fresh because they're less likely to bleed in your soap. And I'm using Brambleberry's espresso scent oil. First time I've used it, I've made one small soap, just a test batch. Nothing fancy about this. It's 100% coconut, and this smells absolutely awesome. It does darken, but this is a week old, so it's not really all that dark. And it smells absolutely fantastic. Then I'm going to do a drop swirl, do a little bit of hanger swirl with it as well, and put on top on it, and that'll be it. Let's get started, make a little noise. I'm down to about 110 on my water and my lye coffee solution, so here we go. See how it's lightening up already when it's mixed with the oils? Alright, that's pretty well mixed. Emulsified, I should say. Very, very light, thin trace. Which is what I want to start out with. So, I'm going to leave most of it in the main pot here. I'm going to pour this cup about approximately half full. This is going to have the tan in it. I'm going to pour this one about a quarter of the way full, approximately. About like that. This is going to have black in it. This will be the main pot that will have all the titanium dioxide in it. So I'm going to mix it first, lightest to darkest always. Oh my, that is thick. Very thick. And that's really giving me a nice sort of cream, sort of ivory white, off-white. Very nice. I really like that. This will be my tan. This has the cocoa powder in it, just a little bit darker. be my black. Okay, now, I'll be right back just a minute, folks. Sorry about that. Nope, here's my rack. That's what I'm looking for. Because I'm going to have to clean my whisk off at some point. Because I'm going to have to use it again to stir my scent oil in. Okay. Now, yep, these are all nice fluid. I'm going to do a little bit more stick blending to get it just a little bit better mixed. I'm going to put my coffee grounds in the main pot and the whites. Okay, that's all I'm going to do on that one. A little bit more on this one, just a little bit. That's all I'm doing on that one. My black, just a tiny amount. That's all the stick blending I'm doing on that. Alright. I'm going to put a little bit of my grounds into this. I don't think I want quite all of that. We'll see. Let me stir it a little bit, see what it looks like. Maybe I do. Alright, I'm going to put my scent oil in. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. A little bit in the black, a little more in the brown, and most of it in the white. And man, this smells fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And this is a great consistency for a drop pour. Black up a little bit. I'm ready to pour some soap. Okay, so I'm going to pour them a fair amount of the light colored from the main pot in the bottom. As a nice base. I'll pour a little bit of the black. I'm going to pour it from a height so it falls. I don't want a whole lot of the black in this. Some of the brown at a height so it falls and pierces through. A little bit of white. Or off-white, whatever we want to call it. A little more of the black. A little more of the brown, or tan, whatever we want to call it. Some more of this. Small amount of black. Tap this a little bit first. I'm going to save the rest of these colors for the top. Alright, now I'm going to try to cover the top of this with the rest of the white, or the light, whatever we want to call it. Actually lay this on top so it doesn't pierce through. Okay, I'll spread that out into one of my molds a little bit later. I'm going to get some of this on top. I'm going to try to drizzle it sort of on the top. Just on the top. Not worried about being real fancy or particular. Put some of my black on the top. Kind of in some opposite areas of the brown or the Alright. I'm going to take my thermometer, which is also my skewering tool, and I'm going to do just sort of a pattern, a feather pattern on each side. Then turn around and go the opposite direction. That's it. Let's tap that down. Get it out of the way. I'm going to spray that with rubbing alcohol, and we'll do it a couple of times, but I'll do it right now on camera. Let's get some of this other soap in the muffin mold like I always do so it doesn't go to waste. And this is what I will use for myself, so I can give all the pretty soap away, and it doesn't matter to me. This is all good soap regardless. I have a fair amount of this left, so I'll probably get a couple with this. Yep. Alright, and we'll get one good one and one small one. Rest of that I will just let saponify, and I'll use it to clean the car or wash dishes just like I always do. I'm going to spray this with alcohol and put these to bed. There we have it. That's going to look really nice. Now, I am not going to let this gel. I'm not worried about bright, vivid colors since most of them are sort of dark anyway, and there's a lot of titanium dioxide in this. I'm going to go ahead and let this sit for a couple of minutes, spray it again with rubbing alcohol, and put it in the refrigerator. Okay, one thing about coffee soap, if you've never used coffee as your base of soap, when you mix lye with it, the lye is actually going to chemically scorch the soap. It's going to stink. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to get dark and it's going to stink. But that stink does not come through in your soap, especially if you add a scent oil. But I've done it before, even unscented, and the stink does not come through in your soap. So if you want to try that, don't worry about it. Folks, I will see you tomorrow for the cutting. Thanks for watching.